The Salamanders have landed on a jungle Tyranid hive planet after the behemoth Hive Fleet destroyed all the Ultramarines in their desert bunker. Now, the Salamanders are looking for revenge, and it comes with the Hive Fleet Kraken defending their hive world as the Emperor unleashes the Salamanders to cleanse this world and take it back under his control. Can Hive Fleet Kraken hold back the overwhelming force of the Salamanders as they come in to scorch everything left on this planet? We will have to find out as the Norn emissary leads its troops tonight on the Monday night matchup. Another Monday night matchup. We have our friend Kenny back on the channel. Played Gene Stealer Cult in Season 1 against Anthony. You won that game.
Yes, barely.
Against Broken Tau.
Yes.
But that was a really fun game. But now you brought
Tyranids.
Tyranids.
It's been a while. I was here in one of the first episodes, so I'm glad I can be back playing another version of Ned's. First was Gene Stealer Cult. Now I get to try another new book.
Kenny bringing a unit of Von Ryan's Leapers. They're very good in close combat, and with that infiltrate ability, they can get into that front line in the first turn. As well as a Neural Tyrant with that Neuraloid ability, spreading that synapse range is very crucial for the Tyranids. And of course, the big bad Norn emissary with a bunch of tricks and weapons, as well as a forward up Feel No Pain against mortals. And the Death Leaper with its Lictor Claws in melee combat and its Feeder Tendrils to recycle some of those CP. It's going to be very useful for Kenny, as command points are not as easy to get nowadays. And while these Tyranids try to get into the front lines, they're going to have to do it with the overwhelming firepower of the Salamanders. Bringing the Salamanders again. Haven't played them in a while. Last time I played them was against Justin, I believe, on Monday Night Matchup. He had the, who did he have, Anthony?
Raven Guard.
Raven Guard. I think it was a really close match. You can watch it somewhere. Anthony will put a link up here or up here. One of the first units for the Salamanders are the Blade Guard veterans. They're going to be used in close combat today against all these Tyranids, and that 4-up invulnerable save should come in handy against the Lictor and some bigger things, while the Invictor Tactical Warsuit with its Insignium Cannon and the Scout 8-inch ability will help get those Flamers in range, as well as a 6-man Aggressor Squad and 2 5-man Assault Terminator squads that will most likely be going into Deep Strike, and of course, the Repulsor Executioner with that big heavy laser destroyer looking to deal some damage into the Norn emissary if it actually gets to shoot, because all those Tyranids can move pretty quickly. Let's see if they can get into the front lines.
Justin spent a lot of time painting the Norn emissary as well as the Death Leaper, 2 of my new favorite models that have come out recently, so I'm glad I get to use both of them in this game.
Big props to NKG Justin for painting up our Tyranid army. He painted all these guys up within 2 weeks for this battle report, and they look amazing. Thanks, Justin.
There's a lot of Flame Aggressors, a lot of Eradicators, so if I can try and either mitigate their damage or stop them from doing things, hopefully I can kind of work my way around that and still get some points.
Taking a look at the mission we're doing today, it's Sweeping Engagement as a deployment with 3 objectives in No Man's Land, as well as 2 objectives in each player's deployment. And all those objectives in No Man's Land will come into play with today's primary objective, Scorched Earth. Score 5 VP for every objective you hold, up to a maximum of 10. And at the end of the game, if you burn 1 or more objectives in the center of the battlefield in No Man's Land, you get 5 VP. And if you burn your opponent's objective, you get 10 VP. And the mission rule is sweep and clear, basically sticky objectives. I have 2 squads of Terminators in Deep Strike. They're Assault Terminators. I have Eradicators inside my Repulsor Executioner over here. And I have Eradicators in reserve, as well as 6 Aggressors in reserve as well. Everything else is on the board. The Eradicators going into the Executioner, and we know the target of that is going to be the Norn emissary, because why not?
My deployment's quite simple.
Yep.
It's all up front, in your face. I have a bunch of things infiltrating a bit ahead, but not too far to get shot off just in case. But otherwise, just a lot of bugs running up the table.
A lot of bugs deployed, as well as a lot of salamanders deployed. Turn 1 goes to Kenny in the roll-off, and he's going to start by advancing his Hormagaunts and Termagants up, and they are really running up the board right now, already close to being in the front lines, and I think the Salamanders are going to have to start shooting some before they just get wrapped up here right in the beginning. Kenny is not holding back here. He's moving his entire army, advancing them as far as they can, and a big 6-inch advance for that Hormagaunt unit in the middle. They're already in Salamander territory, and as the Von Ryan's Leapers move, Overwatch. I might Overwatch with this guy right here.
That's a lot of guns.
In perfect range, so I think, yeah, I'm gonna Overwatch with my big guy.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna spend my CP and use Overwatch. So starting off, the Repulsor Executioner is going to Overwatch into the Von Ryan's Leapers, putting everything into them. Let's see if they can get a few down here. So the first gun I'm going to put is the Laser Destroyer right into them. That'll just flatten them straight off the bat, but I got to hit first. 6s.
I'll take it.
No. Onslaught Gatling Cannon. 6s. There's 2. 3s with devastating wounds. So one's devastating, one's going to do AP minus nothing. Von Ryan's Leapers are happy, nothing touching them yet. D3 shots from the Icarus Rocket Pod, 2 shots. See if this one hits. There's 2 wounds. This does 2 damage. Yep. You're not anti-fly, so I'm not wounding you on 2s, but it's strength 8.
It's a 3 still.
3s again. 1 wound at AP minus 1.
Minus 1, so cover balance though, so 4 up. Safe.
You're good. And the last thing is the defense array. 10 shots. Like I said, can I get that 1 wound on him? 10 shots, hitting on 6s. Off the table, 1 last chance. No. And go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Down to 1. Oh, all those shots. All those shots, and not even one of them goes down, while the Neural Tyrant moves up as well. And Kenny is not holding back here. He's basically surging his entire army up the board, trying to screen as much as possible and getting his big units right into them as the Hive Tyrant moves up with his Tyrant Guard.
All right, so Termagant's going to shoot into your snipers over there.
Awesome. They are Eliminators, and they have Stealth, so they're -1 to hit.
All right, not like I hit very well in the first place, so we'll see how I do here. 20 shots, though.
Ooh.
Pure volume. 5s. That's a lot of 6s.
It's a lot of 6s. Do you have a lethal or anything?
I wish. And then strength 5 against, I believe, your toughness 4.
So you're wounding on 3s.
Okay. So there's no AP, so you're just going to get your 3-up saves.
It looks like they take 1 wound.
Okay. The Screamer Killer in the middle is going to be cleansing the objective.
Okay.
I know, big guy for a small job, but...
The Screamer Killer can't get into combat, so it's going to cleanse the middle objective. Good job.
The fun part. So we'll do the easy ones first. I get +1 to all these because of the
I'm
imperative.
guessing here into here?
Yep, the Hormagaun's going to swarm you.
Yep.
That's a big 12-inch charge.
You're in. A big 12-inch charge, and the Hormagaunts get into the Eliminators. That's going to be a lot of attacks coming at them. And there's a few more charges to make here with some bigger units.
Von Ryan's Leapers into Adrax Agatone.
Sure, into the squad.
They make it with an 8.
Yep.
And then at the same time, the Lictor. Also an 8.
No, Kenny is not cheating with his charges. He gets +1 to all his charges. So all those charges make it in as the Hormagaunts take that Eliminator unit down to 1 guy left. Now it's time for the Von Ryan's Leapers to see if they can do some damage. Alpha Strike is still a thing, I guess. Von Ryan's Leapers are in my front lines. They're charging one of my character units. Agatone's getting charged. Let's hope he survives this.
These guys hit on 3s or strength 5, so winning on 3s. 3s.
3s and 3s.
Oh.
And 3s.
And 3s again, these will be -1.
Yep. 7 4-ups. Let's go, guys. Look at those saves. So 1 damage?
Yeah.
1 guy's down to 1.
Okay, we'll go with the Lictor next.
I'm not going to mark him because he's probably dead with this Lictor.
This is going to hurt on the hit back, so these guys hit on 2s.
So 1 miss.
Wound on 3s. That's 5. That's -2 this time.
-2. It's not going to matter what's going on them. 5 of them?
Yep.
It's going to be 5-up saves. Can I still roll hot? I make 1.
And it's 2 damage apiece.
Okay, so 4 guys go down. We'll take these guys here. So the Lictor and the Von Ryan's Leapers can wipe out that squad. There's 1 guy remaining as well as Adrax. And now it's time for the Death Leaper to fight into the Blade Guard. Okay, I'm gonna choose for them. I'm gonna choose to reroll their ones for saves for invols.
Makes sense.
Because this is gonna hurt.
All hit. 3's to wound.
Yep.
That's 4 wounds. -2, 2 damage apiece.
4 wounds. -2. I'm gonna be having my 4-up invul save.
You can reroll those ones at least.
Can reroll these. One gets saved. 3 go through damage.
2 each.
2 each. So not that bad. 1 Blade Guard veteran goes down and 1 will be down to 1 wound. They will get to fight back against that Death Leaper, but because Kenny's done fighting, Claudio can go in any order he wants, and he's going to activate Adrax Agatone and his 1 buddy with him. So he hits on 2s and he gives himself his own buffs, obviously. Everything hits except 1. 2s, and I reroll.
So this will just instant kill them?
Yeah.
A couple 6s, but they're still gone.
They're very dead.
Just the Lictor left this time?
They could have done a lot more, I feel. So the Tyranids whiff and the Salamanders show them how it's done in close combat. Adrax just obliterates them. So Lictor is alive. They're going to remain in combat there.
Yep.
Let's pile in over here. I activate these guys as they shimmy around and try to get into combat. The Blade Guard are going to fight back into the Death Leaper. Let's see if they can do some damage. Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
With my... Oh.
I'll take it. No rerolls because you took the saves.
Took the saves. There's a lot of 1s in there, but these will hurt. They're AP 2. 2 straight damage. 1, 2, 3 at AP -2.
At the very least, I live. 3 4-ups. Takes 1.
So 2 damage.
Down to 5.
Only 2 damage, but the Death Leaper goes down to 5 wounds. It's a game of attrition, I think.
Getting that turn 1 charge off with a couple units was pretty good. I didn't do too much damage, unfortunately, but just being able to hold those units in the deployment zone or in the line and stop that movement is hopefully going to help out a lot in the next turn. Those guys need to die. No, they don't.
He needs to die.
No, he doesn't.
What did he do this turn?
Nothing.
He just stood there. He cleansed the objective, don't downgrade it. I want to put more shots into the Emissary, but I'm really worried about the Tyrant Guard. They're very tough, and they have a Swarm Lord right behind them. If that gets into my back lines, it's going to be probably game over in the backfield for me. So I need to put a lot of firepower into that unit. The Invictor Tactical Warsuit, we said its flamers can do some damage, and look at that. He's moving right up there. He's going to shoot some of the little Griblies with all those shots into the Hormigons. He's going to shoot everything into there.
Go for it.
Big Flamer first. D6
right.
plus 3. So 6 shots. Strength 6. Toughness 3. Toughness 3, so 2s. Everything wounds. It's ignores cover.
AP minus?
AP -1.
6s, let's go. 5
One guy.
Scorched.
So Twin Iron Hail Heavy Stubber. I got 6 shots from that because it's rapid fire. It is twin linked. Hitting on 3s. And wounding you on 3s because it's strength 4.
Yep.
It is twin linked. I don't need it. So 4 at AP nothing.
4 at AP nothing. 4 ups. And that one should stop. There
2.
we go.
So 2 guys.
So it's 7 so far.
7 of them go down off the bat. That's a good start. And there's a lot more shots that Invictor Tactical Warsuit has. 7 shots. Hitting on 3s. 2 miss. 3 miss. 4 miss. Not good. But wounding you on 3s. Okay, 1 wound out of all that, AP nothing.
1 more save. Oh, nope. There we are. 1 more dies.
1 more guy dies.
That's 9 total.
That makes sense. 7 shots, 1 guy dies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's
for
fine.
sure.
I'll take it.
1 more Hormigont dies, and of course we have more Flamers. We are playing Salamanders here. Vulcan is going to tag these guys with another basically Oath of the Moment. So I'm going to get to reroll all my wound rolls from these guys into there. It's going to be a bunch of Flamers, D6 shots each.
Hopefully the Hormigons survive. We'll see.
I don't think they can. We'll see. Let's see how bad I roll. Like that, maybe. You might be able to. So those all hit. Plus, there you go. 1 miss. That's 15 wounds at AP -1 onto your Hormigons.
All right. You're -1?
-1. It ignores cover.
So 6s. Nope.
15 guys go splat. The Salamanders are just barbecuing all the Hormigons right now. There's going to be a feast tonight, and Vulcan still has to attack.
So Vulcan's going to shoot D6 plus 3 shots.
Yep.
Let's see how many. So that's going to be 7. And technically I can kill you pretty easily here.
Yes, you
They're
can.
strength 6. They auto hit because it's torrent. Rerolling these 2 because you're oathed, basically. Second oath target. So 6 wounds at AP -1. 1 damage, ignores cover.
I think they're dead.
Can Vulcan end them? Ooh, you made 2.
That's enough. That's exactly 4.
Vulcan wipes that squad, and there's no more Hormigons up there.
Vulcan lives!
The Salamanders are showing they can actually kill things with their guns, but let's see what the big guns can do. The Repulsor Executioner is going to target the Tyrant Guard with that Hive Tyrant. Sorry, it's a Swarm Lord. I've been corrected by Ramy many times. That Swarm Lord is now in the open because the Tyrant Guard went down to all the shots from the Repulsor Executioner. That is some work being done, or maybe some lucky rolls.
That is it for my shooting. Time to charge.
The Salamanders fail their other charges, back to the reoccurring fights, and of course the Lictor and the Death Leaper have fight first, so Kenny's going to get to attack first, killing a few Blade Guard. Now it's time for the Lictor to go first.
So 6. So that's 5 hits. 3s. Ooh. 2 at -2, 2 damage.
2 at -2, so I'll take it on the Marine first. That's going to be a 5 up. He's good. He might die. No,
Oh,
he's
come
good.
on.
Look at that. Okay, my fight backs.
Yeah, go for it.
Let us fight over here first, because it doesn't really matter.
Kenny's done fighting, so the Blade Guard are going to fight into the Death Leaper.
16 attacks, hitting on 3s. Let's see if they can do 5 wounds. I don't think they can, but we will see. That's not too bad.
Ooh, I don't like it.
Not too bad.
And 5s.
No rerolls. I should have. No, I couldn't. That made me survive those ones. I can't complain
Ooh,
about
I'll
that.
take it. I live.
1,
There's 2.
2.
No matter what, I live. 4 ups.
Oh, fail both. Take 4 wounds.
Alive at 1.
He's at 1 wound.
The Death Leaper down to 1 wound. They're going to be stuck in combat for another turn. They're becoming really good friends.
Rerolling, but it doesn't matter. I get to reroll that.
Minus.
Doesn't matter. AP minus, I believe it's -2. I'll make sure. Because that'll make a difference, right?
Nope.
Adrax Agatone takes his huge Thunderhammer and one-shots that Lictor for 3 damage. And I guess size does matter.
Unfortunately, the Lictor and the Von Ryan's Leapers were able to charge in, but not able to do too much damage. Adrax hit really hard and did a bit more damage than I was hoping for.
Not a lot of scoring at the end of turn 1. Kenny scores 3 points from his secondaries for doing cleanse. And Claudio scores 5 points. It's a very close game, obviously, a 2-point game. There's a lot to be done here because now that the primaries come into play, as well as burning the primaries, let's see how they start maneuvering around the board to set themselves up for that.
The Repulsor is really good. It's great combo with the Tech Marine. You can make it hit on 2s. The healing, I'm not really using the healing because Kenny's not even looking at my Repulsor right now. It's kind of worth the points. I don't know how much it went down, but I think it's worth what it's doing right now. The laser cannon does a lot of damage, and especially when you put Oath in the Moment on a big unit.
Kenny maneuvering his units, trying to get those objectives. Maybe he wants to burn them. Maybe he just wants to sticky them so he can move his guys up. Either way, Kenny is controlling the entire middle of the board, while the Termagants are going to bully that one Eliminator and basically try to slap them with their guns while Vulcan gets charged. And that's a good move because those Flamers won't be able to do any more damage into his little Gribblies. And the Norn Emissary is getting closer. That Norn Emissary is a beautiful model painted by Justin. As we said, Justin does a great job painting all the studio armies. Let's give Justin some love.
All right, well, let's just see if I can finish him with the Norn Emissary.
Sure.
So I'll be shooting my Lance profile at you.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. Strength 12, so winning on 3s. All right, that's 2 at -3.
So -2, so it becomes 5s.
That's
Nope.
D6 plus 4
So
piece.
he's dead. See if he explodes. See if he explodes. Yes.
Oh no.
D3.
So that's on who first? The emissary?
So emissary first.
So it's 1.
And then your guy behind there would also get it?
Yep. So roll.
3 on
of
him.
them.
So 1 on him, he'll kill him, and then the Death Leaper will die. Worth it.
Definitely.
So if the Death Leaper can't go down to melee attacks, he's going to go down to an explosion. Either way, everybody gets a little bit of damage. Some blade guards go down, but the Death Leaper is gone, and that's all that matters. As the Invictor Tactical Warsuit gets charged by the Screamer Killer, Adrax having a party on the left side of the board, and that poor Eliminator is getting swarmed.
So let's start off over there with Vulcan.
Sure.
See what my Tyranid Prime can do. He's sitting on 2s.
Ouch.
So 2 mes. Strength 6, wounding on 3s, but +1, so wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s.
I don't know how that happened. So it's 4 at -1.
Okay, so 4 up saves. They lose one more guy.
Okay, I take out 1.
That guy had 1 wound on him.
Kenny kind of whiffs again, only killing 1 Infernus Marine, and they're going to get the fight back. And believe it or not, that Eliminator survived all those attacks. He's going to stick around.
Let's go with the Screamer Killer.
Yep.
But he still gets 10 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Oh, that's not so good.
Strength 8, toughness 8.
Oh, wounding on 3s then. So that's 5 at -2, 3 damage apiece.
So 5?
Yep.
3 fail.
So that's 9 damage total.
9 damage. Okay, he's still alive.
Invictor Tactical Warsuit's still alive with a few wounds.
Adrax is fighting into your No Lictor, wounding you on
T6. So 3.
So 3s, re-rolling, nothing, because I don't need it. 5 at AP -2, 3 flat damage.
5 4-ups. He lives, 1 wound left.
1 wound left. My guys are just overwatching everything right now. Flamers everywhere. I don't feel bad. You started this, not me. No, actually, we're invading your planet. Never mind. Now let's do Vulcan himself.
Well, not really Vulcan himself. Vulcan Jr. maybe, but Vulcan Heston gets to fight back and poke him with a stick.
6 attacks hitting on 2s. 1 miss. 3s.
Yep.
So take 3 at AP -2.
Ouch. Oh, fail.
2 damage apiece.
So it goes on to 1 damage apiece.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, reducing that damage is really good. And that's the end of Kenny's turn, and now it's Salamander turn 2. The Eradicators come out of the tank as the Executioner positions itself to screen and get some better angles on the Norn Emissary. And we all know those big shots are going to go into that Norn Emissary. As some reinforcements come in, the aggressors come in from the left side of the board, looking to add in some firepower, literally some firepower. And the Terminators don't come in from Deep Strike yet, but I'm sure we'll see them soon.
That is 8, 11. 11 shots into those Termagants?
3 is ruling everything. So it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
11. But 6 die.
Vulcan and the Infernus Marines are going to put a bunch of flamer shots into the Termagants.
D6 plus 3 shots. There you go, 9 shots for Vulcan. He's strength 6, you are toughness.
3.
So wounding you on 2s. Reroll, because Vulcan's amazing. So take 8 at AP -1.
So that's going to be 6 more.
6 more, 12 guys in total.
12 Termagants go down off that objective. The Salamanders are trying to reclaim it, as the Eradicators are going to go into the Norn Emissary, and they're going to need a lot of shots because that Norn Emissary is extremely tough.
Nope, 1 at AP minus a lot.
4 up. Ooh, that okay, no, I'll save the CP.
Okay.
Roll it. Ouch.
7 wounds.
Down to 8.
Okay, the guys in the back are going to do the exact same thing.
Yep.
More Melta shots going into the Norn Emissary. This is how much firepower this model can absorb.
Multi-Melta. Re-rolling. 1.
Not again.
Takes it.
But they aren't going to be +2 because they're...
This is not +2. No, he's far out. So take 2 more wounds.
So down to 6.
And then the regular ones from there hit on 3s. 2 hit. 1 more.
4 up. Oh, come on.
1 wound. I'll CP that. I really
Okay.
need him dead. 5.
Down to 1.
He has 1 wound left.
a lot of shots into the Norn Emissary, and she's still left with 1 wound left. Now the Repulsor Executioner is going to have to dedicate some shots into her. Will it finally go down?
Because you have 1 wound left, I'm going to put the big laser cannon into here.
Yep.
I'm going to put all the small guns into here.
Yep.
And I'm just going to shoot the Gatling into him.
Got it. Okay.
So the Executioner split firing with the Norn Emissary with only 1 wound left. The Repulsor can take out that Norn Emissary as well as all of those Hormagaunts on that objective.
Because we want to try to kill that Norn. He has 1 wound left?
Yep.
Jeez, not as hard as I thought. So hitting on 2s, re-rolling because Oath of the Moment.
Yep.
How much do you love that right now?
It hurts.
And I'm going to be winning you on 5s.
Yes. I mean, it's enough.
One is a devastating.
Oh, that's enough then.
And that devastating wound is going to be good night for the Norn.
Goodbye, Norn Emissary.
The Norn Emissary,
You didn't get to do much.
With all the killing the Salamanders are doing, it looks like they're winning, but on the board, it is not that way at all. Kenny has 13 points now with 10 primaries. Claudio still failed to score primaries, and Kenny's going to get another 10 primaries at the start of his turn, controlling the entire board here. The Salamanders are going to have to start pushing up the board, but it's extremely hard with Kenny pushing all these fast monsters right in their faces as Claudio brings down the Terminators in turn 3, deep striking them on both sides of the board to try to help out.
That's 6 wounds at -2.
6 at -2.
So Halo?
Yep. Make him.
No, he's very dead.
Okay, so he goes away.
Adrex did a great job holding that back objective, but the Swarm Lord wins out here.
And the Swarm Lord will pile in into your vehicle.
The Swarm Lord going into the Repulsor Executioner, and the Tyranids are all over the board right now, especially on the right side holding all the objectives. The Terminators are going to have to make some charges and do a lot of work.
And wounding you on strength 10.
3s.
3 wounds into your -3. Very dead.
Very dead.
Another monster goes down.
I can't really do much right now. Even though Kenny's dying faster than my army, he's pretty much controlling the entire center of the battlefield. There's a lot of models on objectives, and if I don't start moving up, I'm in trouble because I think I'm down a lot right now.
The Terminators that came in with rapid ingress now get to move on the Salamander's turn and also do the aggressors as they move up closer to try to get the objective, maybe make a charge so they can start scoring some primaries. And the Repulsor Executioner disengages from combat with the Swarm Lord, so the Eradicators can get in range and take him off the board. As they do, now they hold that objective, and the Salamanders can start scoring at least 5, while the second unit of Terminators come in from Deep Strike, and Kenny can only wait to get into combat as turn 3 ends, and Claudio is ready to take the center objective as well, because there's not a lot of Tyranids left on the table. So let's see how it plays out.
Shooting. Vulcan's going to shoot across the table. No, I'm just kidding. So
All the way over here, sniper.
he's going to shoot into there. That is a multi-melta. That is my Oath of the Moment target. Both hit.
Both wounds.
Both wound because he's toughness less than...
They both go through.
D6 plus 2. Not that good.
3, 4.
That's 5, 6,
8.
7, 8.
He's almost dead.
Okay, so this unit here is
They should finish him.
going to just shoot them.
Yeah, just finish him off.
That's the multi. It's re-rolling. Misses. 1 wound.
Yeah.
D6 plus 2.
He's gone.
6 damage.
Does he blow up?
Oh my god. Don't even joke around.
I wish. If I was Crusher Stampede, I could.
Okay.
And Kenny being up a lot of points, 31-10 to be exact. But in turn 4, the Salamanders take over the entire board as there's not many models left whatsoever, and basically tabling Kenny in turn 4 for them to be able to burn some objectives as the Terminators burn the back objective, which is Kenny's home objective, for 10 points. And then in turn 5, they're going to burn an additional objective in No Man's Land for an additional 5 points, as well as scoring 10 points for primaries. giving a small advantage now for Kenny of 39 to 38. Kenny's still winning in the primary game. Let's see how they finish in turn 5.
So my turn 5, I get to play now, and I have 1 Ripper Swarm left. So he's going to go hide, but otherwise, that's it for me. It's hard to push the Salamanders off the objectives, considering how tough they are, as well as Vulcan being such high OC. I kind of have to lead that side of the board alone.
They're really good at controlling objectives and keeping you off them, and when you play a smaller army, you kind of have to either pick your positions where you want to do that. Otherwise, yeah, you can get just kept off every objective for the entire game. But it feels good to swing it, 30 points. Had fun. Kenny had fun too, scoring a lot of points in the beginning, so we're both good. Turn 4, tabled, the Space Marines come in, take over. This planet is now, it belongs to the Emperor, but before that, I do burn that back objective.
Yep.
Those Terminators are on for 10 points because it is in your deployment. And I do hold 2 objectives, that's for 10 points. And just to fast forward this, behind enemy lines, I am going to get, because Vulcan ran, he ran over there for 1 inch, and it was just enough to get me 5 points for behind enemy lines, because I do have 2 units there. And overwhelming force, I cannot score, because you don't exist. You don't exist, sir.
There is one guy left alive, the Ripper, but yeah, he's dead.
and that is it. Good game.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming out, Kenny. I had a lot of fun. That was a lot of pressure from those Tyranids. But it's so cool. I had so much fun on this board.
It was fun to try out the new Nids. I got to try a little bit of all the new toys, the big bugs and some of the old ones too.
The comeback is completed in turn 5. The Salamanders swing it 25 points as they score 10 for primaries and an additional 15 points for burning 1 objective in Kenny's deployment zone, as well as 2 objectives in no man's land, for a final score of 78 to 49. What a great game.
Thanks for joining us. This is Northern Knights Gaming. We'll see you next time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.